Physics Part 53. It is a curve with a slope which increases the higher the value of t, indicating that the particle is accelerating. The slope at a particular time gives the magnitude of instantaneous velocity. The equation describing the figure is S is equal to ut plus half at square. Example: the displacement minus time graph for a car on a straight test track is shown in the figure. Use this graph to draw velocity minus time and acceleration minus graph for the test run. We have already met this graph when we discussed the concepts of velocity and acceleration. In figure it has been redrawn to scale and the figures have been put in on the displacement and time axis. We find the magnitude of the velocity by measuring the gradients of the displacement minus time graph. As an example, a tangent to the graph has been drawn at t is equal to 6.0 seconds. The slope of this tangent is 18 meters per second r raised to minus 1. If the process is repeated at different times, the following velocities are determined. Time per second, velocity per minute second, velocity per meter per second. So the time per second and velocity meter per second is 2 to 6, 4 to 12, 6 to 18, 8 to 24, 10 to 30, 12 to 20, 14 to 10, 16 to 0. These values are plotted on the velocity time graph of the figure. Check some of the values by drawing tangent yourself. Hint: when drawing tangents, use a mirror or transparent ruler. The figure shows two straight lines portions initially from t, which is equal to 0, to t, which is equal to 10 seconds. The car is accelerating uniformly, and from t is equal to 10 seconds to t, which is equal to 16 seconds, it is deaccelerating. The acceleration is given by delta v divided by delta t, which is 30 over 10, 3 minutes per second. The minus sign shows that the car is deaccelerating. Velocity time graph. The acceleration time graph is plotted in figure. Acceleration time graph. Finally, we confirm that the area under a velocity time graph gives the displacement. The area under the line in figure is half into 10 into 30 plus half into 6 into 30 is equal to 240 meters. The value of S at t is equal to 16s. Now it's your own turn. In a test of a sports car on a straight track, the following readings of velocity v are obtained at the times t stated. T over s, volume meter per second. The values are 0 to 0, 5 to 15, 10 to 23, 15 to 28, 20 to 32, 25 to 35, 30 to 37, 35 to 38. A. On a graph paper, draw a velocity time graph and use it to determine the acceleration of car at time t, which is equal to 5 seconds.
अगर फूड और व्हील्स